Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I'm checking out the BlackView BV4900 Pro that's available for under $200 on Amazon. Now, this is a pretty inexpensive, rugged smartphone, and I'm curious to check it out because it's my second one now. And this box is pretty simple. There's really nothing much, except there are some specs in the back. I'm not sure if you can read it, but starting off from the left, it's Android 10. There's a 5.7-inch HD IPS display. HD Plus, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage. There's a massive 5580 milliamp hour battery here, and then a 5 megapixel front and 13 megapixel rear camera. Inside the box is the phone itself that I have in green edges, or kind of light green. There's a VIP extended warranty card. You got to activate it within 2 weeks of getting this. Giveaway and promotion thank you card. The user guide, it's kind of small. A wall outlet. And I don't think this is fast charging, or it has fast charging based on the specs I see here. Correct me if I'm wrong though. And a USB, micro USB cable. That's kind of a surprise because everything's going to USB Type-C these days. So this phone is a little thinner than I expected. Still thick compared to a regular phone, of course. There is a screen protector that it comes with pre-installed. Just got to remove this piece. You can see the screen protectors there. Starting from the top, you've got a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is covered to prevent it. I mean, that's what makes it kind of, water resistant. On the side, you've got the micro SD card and SIM tray. There's a little SIM pin that this comes with, where you can just press it down on the corner here. I know my camera might not be able to catch it, but it's still down there. And this other end can act as a way to pull the SIM pin out. And it comes out just like that. So let's try a quick drop test. I probably won't catch it perfectly, but let's say, just dropped it right there from my pocket. And no scratches or scuffs whatsoever. Wanted to come outside in better lighting to show you that there are no damages to the phone. Nothing that I noticed here, no scratches whatsoever, so this is held up pretty well. And it's functioning, of course. So this drop test passed. IP68 water resistant, so you can put water on this and it'll be just fine. It's a nice day outside, and I'm actually able to view the screen at full brightness. Now, the video doesn't do any justice, it looks too dark, but in person I can still see all this. I can still see the screen and read it. Not too bright, but it's still readable, which is impressive. And like I said before, it doesn't do justice. The video doesn't do justice versus seeing it in person. And finally on the front is a speakerphone, along with the front camera that's on the side. And the screen itself is a 5.7-inch screen like we talked about before. I believe it is 1080, like 2340 or 1080, something along those lines. It doesn't look too vibrant or anything. It's not bad though, don't get me wrong, it's not like it's pixelated or something like that. And it seems like it gets decently bright, but I'm not sure if this is enough to use outside in sunlight. I'll have to go outside and see for myself. But one thing off the bat that I do like is that it's not too big compared to what I was expecting. Like, it has a similar form factor to my iPhone 10 right here, just a little bigger and thicker obviously, and it weighs more, but overall, I can still grip it in one hand easily. I went outside to take some pictures, and as you might expect, the rear camera and front camera aren't anything to be too excited about, except when I take pictures, I can read the signs, and I can even see as far as this traffic control piece, where it says A protection, and I can actually read the numbers, except part of it's blocked out, of course. I just think that's impressive that it can capture that. And then here's how the front camera is. Now, the other thing is my skin is not that clear, so this must have automatically used some kind of filter to take that out. But I guess it's okay. It's tolerable overall. And there's a video here too. I guess I could link this video down below if you want to see it. This camera isn't anything too special to go home excited about. Main thing is you can still read stuff on here, which is important. I think that's the main function for this. Their median value is $7,000 a share, which also sounds crazy, but not impossible when looking at the market cap of the stock, $180 billion. You can watch videos at 1080p, even at 60 FPS. One thing I will say, one thing I did notice, is that when I try to have this mini player open, bring the market cap and put this into mini mode, it actually lags quite a bit when I try to navigate around. I guess it's doing a good job right now, but before it was kind of lagging, so I guess take that how you will. Another thing is the speaker on the bottom only protrudes or emits from one side, and that side is actually relatively loud for a speaker, so I'll give it a pass just because it's on the side and not on the back, because I really don't like back speakers. On the side it's tolerable because you can put your hand in, and it kind of helps with the sound a little bit, and you know, this one sounds a little louder than what I expected. But one other thing I was hoping for was the sound to protrude or emit from the speakerphone up here, because that's what happens with the iPhone. Maybe I was expecting too much. I did try out the speakerphone on a call, and I could hear the other side, but apparently my microphone, when I tested it out, it wasn't too clear. Like, there was it was kind of staticky, so not that great. But definitely, like, it's not like, you know, couldn't hear the other side at all, or they couldn't hear me. Everything was fine. On the Geekbench, the specs seem fairly low. An ARM MT6762 quad-core processor, and the GPU is a PowerVR Rogue GE8320. I'm trying to remember if this is the GPU that you see in, like, sub $100 tablets, or, you know, 100, 150-ish. Can't remember exactly. And when we go to the benchmarks here, benchmark scores are relatively low. I mean, this won't even come close to like a Xiaomi Redmi Note, the multi-core score, and the single core score is half of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 7. So, not a great sign there. Honestly, my expectations for performance, like playing games, is really low. It's at a really low bar right now. Or it has been ever since I got this, because, you know, at $170, can't really expect too much, I guess. Basic tasks like web browsing are fine. It just takes longer for everything to load. And then when you try zooming in and out, sometimes you might notice a little bit more lag or stuttering here and there. Again, on video, I can't really find anything. So far this seems fine. First game I'm checking out here is Jetpack Joyride. And I do notice some frame rate drops. Kind of surprised as this is a 2D game. Not too surprised, I should say, at the same time. It looks like it's playable, though, overall. Next game is Fruit Ninja, and the menu was super slow, but the gameplay itself is buttery smooth. Maybe with a few exceptions here and there when you do a 4-cut combo or so. And the one reason why it looks pretty smooth is because it has a 60 Hz screen, or 60 Hz refresh rate, which is nice to see. Trying to figure out if we can get one 4-cut combo here. Should probably wait a little. Nope, can't seem to get it. Just because I want to show you that it does, in fact, you know, have a bit of a stutter. But I guess at the same time you'll see, oh, it didn't stutter there, or freeze. Well, no freezes, but there was like a stutter here or there. I'm trying out something that's a little more graphic demanding, which is surprising, and it's called Roblox. And this game does not run too smoothly. I wouldn't even say it's playable, just because of the amount of, like, stutters there are here and there. Yeah, I would say this isn't really playable. Even though it can load and you can kind of play it, it'll just affect your gameplay performance. I also tried Genshin Impact. I'm not going to waste my time going back into it because it took a while for the game to load. And when it did load, it really wasn't playable. It was just really slow in frame rate. You can't really game too much on this. And the streaming services that are here, you won't be able to watch in 1080p because this has a wideband security of L3. So that means you're going to be capped at 480p when you watch stuff on most streaming platforms. I think Hulu was an exception. Maybe there might be others. And of course YouTube, you can run at 1080p, 60 FPS. Finally, a really important thing on this is battery life. And that's probably one of the only reasons why I'm even recommending this phone, is because the battery life is actually pretty impressive on here. I'm at, what, 69% now. I had this running, or just a little bit I tested out last night or yesterday. I had the screen on for, 2 hours straight just watching a video and interacting kind of here and there. And the battery came down by like about 8%. So what that tells me is that this will easily last a whole day. You can probably get 2 days too. I mean, depending on how much or how little you use it. And if you leave it overnight, it drains by about 1 to 2%. So that's not bad at all. When I woke up, I think I saw it at 73%. Last night, I believe it was at 75%. And then now we're at 69%. Unfortunately, there is, for some reason on these Android 10 devices, I'm not able to see where it shows you where your how long you've had the screen time on for, because it's been on for more than 2 hours. I can guarantee you that. If only I could just find it though. But overall, this seems like a good phone in terms of battery life if you want something long that's not really for gaming or anything too like high-end. This seems like a good choice. Also, check out the Alcatel K15 Plus and the WP9. I haven't tried them out yet, so I can't really recommend those over this, but definitely worth checking out. And I'll have links down below to all of those. Anyways, guys, if you found this video helpful, subscribe if you want to see more. And as always, thanks for watching.